Idiots in airsoft. Now, there is a certain class of people that technically are. They're very new and they're very naive to the sport of airsoft. Now, if you didn't know, airsoft is supposed to, is it was intended to be fun, but you have these children and they run around with really heavy equipment and they just look stupid. Now, need I mind you, these parents have no idea what they're getting their child into. You have these 30-year-old or midlife crisis people with the physique of a middle-aged garbage man rushing at your 7-year-old child with the butt of their gun facing them, and they're ready to bump right into them, and that's going to impale their skull beyond repair. The only problem I have with that is that they try to make amends for that sort of thing, and they make airsoft reviews. Now, I don't care if, now, mind you, none of the weapons or none of the guns in this video are, they're not real at all. These are airsoft guns. These are some of my collection, but like, I don't care if you make a video on this cheap, $2, thing you find at the dollar store. I don't care if you make something like that, but there's these parents that make their child into plastic worshipping, money-making machines, and they go out and they buy them these ridiculous, $500, $100 guns, and they end up reviewing something like this scatter gun. Now, this is something I got in an Evike special. This came in a package that they sent me. Really nice guys. I talked to Matt, which is the airsoft equivalent of Jesus. He is one of those 30-year-old tacticians, and if you ever run into him, you best leave the premises immediately. He will kill you with a Springer. Now, this is a Springer, but it is very powerful. I think it has a FPS of, I think 210. I don't know. Super powerful. Really good gun. Hasn't broken on me yet. But there's these kids that run around with these things. Do you not know how terrifying that is? Like, that's extremely terrifying to have a 7-year-old rushing at you with a shotgun, and you're just standing there with, trying to reload. And then there's like flash mag sort of guys. We don't get into that. We kind of want to focus on this one in particular YouTube channel called Happy Family 104. No, 1004, excuse me. And essentially, what they're making their child look like, these parents, or parent, I don't really know, haven't really looked into it, but they're having their child, their singular child, they're making him look like a complete retard. They make a script they took them 30 seconds to write, and they only use 5% of that, and he doesn't even know the difference from a beaver tail and a grip. He said beaver tail grip. Now, I will try my best and to analyze whatever is going on, but to be quite honest with you, I have no idea what the fuck is going on. He sort of mixes words together, if that's even a thing. He can't pronounce his R's, which is cute. He says regular trigger, and that's just adorable to me. He doesn't really do reviews right. I don't expect him to. It's the parents' fault. They're making their child look like a retard on the internet for millions and millions of people to see. But his enthusiasm is genuine. And I'm starting to think maybe it's not the child, because you kind of feel bad for the kid. It's maybe not the kid, but it's the parents, and then that's what you assume, because that's what all toy channels do nowadays, is that they force their kids to open these toys or surprise eggs. You've seen the video from iDubbbz probably. So it's a mixture of it. You really need to focus on every single aspect. I'm not just going to get into nitty-gritty of it. I'm not going to point out every single one of those details, I'm just going to touch base on every little thing he does. He doesn't really go into, he doesn't really tell me what I really need to know. He just unboxes it, and he tells me how accurate it is. For me, that does nothing. I want to know the FPS. I want to know how comfortable it feels. No, he opens the box and he's like, well, you got the gun and the instructions. You lucky bastard. All I got in my box was a bunch of stickers. I don't care about what's in the box. Just tell me how fast it shoots, how durable it is. Does it come with a holster? You never tell me that sort of thing because these parents are, they're rushing out these videos and they make 0 sense whatsoever with the script and whatever. And now that I think about it, that's kind of what my videos are.